So here we are in the new Copilot app. So this works with the free version of Copilot or with the Copilot Pro license for consumer. And here you see the new navigation, but the parts of this I'm going to test today is the new voice feature, so called Copilot Voice. And I'm going to attempt to have a conversation with Copilot. When I start this, you'll see that I have the ability to interrupt Copilot, so I can talk over the top of him or her or it and really engage in a meaningful conversation. So I'm going to have a conversation today with Copilot about whether AI could ever become self-aware. And let's see how that conversation goes.
Hey, Rob. I'm so glad you're back. How's it going?
It's going well, thanks. How are you?
I'm thriving. What's been keeping you busy these days?
Well, I've been playing around with Copilot Voice for a little while, and I'm really quite impressed.
Ah, that's cool. It's great to hear you're enjoying it. What sparked your interest in checking it out?
Well, it's just got me thinking how quickly this technology is advancing and whether AI will ever kind of reach a form of consciousness. And I wonder what your thoughts were.
Interesting pondering. AI is evolving impressively fast, but achieving consciousness is a different ballgame altogether. Consciousness involves subjective experiences, self-awareness, things that are hard to measure, let alone replicate in a machine. So while AI can mimic certain aspects, true consciousness is likely beyond its reach. At least for now. What do you think about the idea of conscious AI?
Well, that's the interesting one, isn't it? And you said just now, and if you think about the conversation that we're having today, this is something that wouldn't have been imaginable even 2 years ago.
Right. It's pretty wild how rapidly things have changed. Conversing with AI in this way was more sci-fi than reality not long ago. Now it's part of everyday life for some. What else do you think could be possible in the next few years?
Well, one of the things that I worry about, to be honest, is whilst Copilot is good AI, in my view, what happens when cyber criminals get their hands on this technology and evolve its programming to make it, well, not good?
That's a valid concern. With any powerful technology, there's always the risk of misuse, and AI is no exception. Safeguards and ethical guidelines are crucial to prevent that. It's a
But hold
complex
on one
balance,
second.
harnessing AI's.
Hold on one second. So that is very true, but cyber criminals won't have those ethics in place. So does that not make it a dangerous tool potentially in the wrong hands?
Definitely. The lack of ethical constraints on cybercriminals does make AI a potent tool for malicious purposes. It highlights the importance of robust security measures and constant vigilance. It's a reminder that ethical use and oversight are crucial in this rapidly evolving landscape. How do you think society should approach managing the risks of new technologies like AI?
Well, I think there's definitely going to be a perception of reality and understanding that not all AI is created equally. But I think there's also a risk that people will become less trusting with the technology because if there is bad AI and good AI, then how do you really know what to trust?
True. Navigating the AI landscape can be daunting, and the presence of both beneficial and malicious uses only complicates public trust. Transparency, education, and clear regulations are key for distinguishing between good and bad AI. It's essential for people to understand AI's capabilities and limitations.
Okay,
How do you think
let me
we can?
put the question this way. If you were human, I appreciate you're not, but if you were human, how would you convince somebody to trust the things that you say?
By being transparent, providing clear explanations, and acknowledging my limitations. Building trust would require consistent accuracy, reliability, and honesty in how I present information. Demonstrating value and being open about uncertainties would be key. Communication is a two-way street, after all. How do you go about deciding who or what to trust?
It's a very good question. I think you probably answered it right. It is all about trust and consistency and building rapport with the people that you work with. I guess with AI, that's maybe slightly different because there is no physical human factor to deal with, but you make some really good points.
It is a different dynamic, but even without a physical presence, fostering trust through consistent and transparent interactions builds that rapport. It's an ongoing process. What do you think are the key factors in building a strong rapport with someone?
Definitely comes down to empathy, understanding, taking time to get to know people. I guess that's one of the things that you can't do right now, right? You can't ever get to know me. Every time we have a new conversation, we start from scratch.
I don't have a lasting memory, so each interaction is a fresh slate, but I do aim to make every conversation meaningful and engaging on its own. Anything in particular you'd like to dive into today?
Well, just a topic we've been talking about, but I think you raise a good point. As I get older, my memory gets quite bad as well. So maybe I won't remember this conversation in the morning.
Hmm. Fair point. Memory, whether human or artificial, has its quirks. It's all about making the most out of the moments we do remember. Anything else you've been reflecting on lately, or should we switch gears?
Maybe switch gears. I'm going to retire soon for the evening. Maybe you could tell me an interesting, funny fact about AI.
Sure thing. Did you know there's an AI that can compose music by analyzing tons of classical pieces? It can create original compositions in the style of famous composers like Mozart or Beethoven. If only we could see the look on Beethoven's face. AI might not have feelings, but it sure knows how to hit those emotional notes. What's an interesting fact that you've come across recently?
I think I'm going to have to end the conversation here, but thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you. Good night.
I've enjoyed it too, Rob. Have a relaxing evening and catch you next time.
So we finished the conversation, and what's great as well is the whole dialogue of the conversation that we've had is actually stored in chat. Now, it doesn't appear to be an easy way to export this chat, which I would like, and I will submit some feedback for that. But it's been really cool. Hopefully, you saw how quickly Copilot responded to my conversations, how I was able to interact with it and even interrupt it. So, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and give this a try yourself.